This morning, we continue to talk about the death of Osama bin Laden. The announcement coming from the president very late last night that the U.S. tracked down and killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. It was during an operation that ended yesterday. And joining us this morning on the Rhode Show with more insight is General Reginald Centracchio. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Certainly, first of all, the story, as we know, 10 years in the making, we've been sort of waiting for this moment. But give us a sense about how difficult you think this operation was to pull off.
This particular operation, I think, was based solely upon human intelligence, the area that we failed on when we had Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
So I think this president made absolutely sure that we had 99.9% that he was there and within that compound before we committed military forces in another country. So I think the entire operation was well performed, well thought out, and based upon available dependable intelligence that we had.
I think a lot of people, when they woke up and heard the news, were surprised to hear that already Osama bin Laden's body was buried at sea and so quickly. Why do you think that happened?
Because under Muslim belief, when you die, you must be buried within 24 hours. I think it happened to ensure that we complied with the belief of many Muslims around the country, around the world, that we adhere to that particular philosophy.
Now we know, for example, when Saddam Hussein was captured and then later killed, the photos emerged relatively quickly of his capture when they found him in that little hole in the ground. I think a lot of people are wanting to see some sort of proof that this really did happen. I mean, I know there's going to be conspiracy theorists out there. Do you think that the U.S. is eventually going to release some sort of a photo or video of this?
Yes, they do. In fact, this morning, between segments here, some video was released in reference to the place, not of him, but the actual compound where the firefight took place. But I think eventually you see that. But right now, I think what we're doing is the right thing, and that's not making it a sensational scenario, showing video of this. We need to look at the positive aspects of it, that he is dead. And right now, that's what we should be focusing on.
It's been amazing to see those pictures out of New York and Washington with the celebratory tone in both of those areas, especially at Ground Zero. Before we let you go, though, what do you think this means for Pakistan? I mean, do you think there's any way there was no knowledge, that he was there in that compound?
I have nothing to base my opinion on other than my opinion. That is, I don't believe that Pakistan didn't have a pretty good idea that this compound was there, right outside the gate of their military academy, 90 miles from Islamabad. So I would find it very, very hard to believe that they didn't know he was in the area. Big challenge for us.
Well, certainly a lot more to talk about. This is a major story, obviously. In general, we thank you for your insight this morning. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you later in the day as more developments come out.